Right, hello ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting to make a 2.0 of this demo warping guide. After realizing about the number of mistakes I've done in that video alone, I have come back with some new discoveries regarding both chargers and impalers and a bunch of other enemies. So, look forward to the 2.0 version of this video. I will most likely delete the other one or archive it somewhere. First, I'd like to talk about the wall pack itself and why it can do the things that it can do. Don't worry, it won't take long. According to Helldivers Wiki, it's about 2 meters in length. The outer radius of the wall pack does at least level 3 medium armor penetration, and the inside does about heavy penetration. And I assure you, we will be abusing that for most of the enemies we will be nuking in this video. And all you need to know is that the wall pack does about 1,000 damage, and well, as I said before, we'll be abusing that to nuke the loving shit out of our enemies. Now first up, in order to speed up this video and, not take much of your time, all you need to know is that every enemy up to medium will die instantly. This goes for warriors, hunters, devastators, heavy devastators, heck, even the Illuminate overseers. What you need to know is that please do not teleport into an enemy that will explode upon death. This goes for jetpack troopers, Brawl warriors, heck, anything that will explode upon death, because you will be facing the brunt of it. Right, one last thing regarding the warp pack. We will only be talking about killing heavies with the warp pack for the rest of this video, because that's the main point of it. Secondly, the way to kill heavies is that you need to learn how to teleport next to them. You don't want to be teleporting into them, because that would be an instant death for you, not the enemy. With that in mind, let's get started with the 10 minutes. Now, for our first faction, let's look at the Stalkers, and here's a little montage for you to see what you're probably going to be doing. Bitch. Bitch. Sounds well, you know? Fuck you. Shit. Fuck. Right, did you enjoy that? Well, I hope you did, because I forgot to mention one more enemy. We're also blowing up commanders like they're confetti. Now that you've seen how you're kind of going to use the wall pack to kill them, let me actually tell you how to do it in both video and my yapping. Remember that charger clip earlier that I showed you, where I teleported next to his leg? You'll be doing essentially the same thing to these Stalkers. Now, as boring as it's going to sound, I'm gonna have to teach you some anatomy. See? And nobody knows. Oh, Now, in this clip right here, you can see me teleporting to his front leg. Now, you can do the same thing to normal Stalkers, though the only difference is that those fuckers know where you are at all times. Now, if you take a look at the anatomy with me real quick, you can attack them in the front leg, the back leg, and even the tail, assuming you're hitting them with the bubble and not yourself. Now, that's all I really got for you for Stalkers. They're extremely simple, but also probably the hardest thing to kill because they move so fast and towards you. But don't worry, with enough practice and probably a couple of deaths, you'll get there just like me. Right, let's move on swiftly to the Commander, the Alpha Commander in specific. This guy is really simple to kill, just teleport into one of his legs, and I mean you can teleport into him, just make sure not to hit his body. You could also do something like diving down and then immediately teleporting towards him and hitting his tail instead. Just make sure that after you dive and you teleport towards your target, just make sure you're holding down the forward button or whatever lets you move forward so you can stay underground. Because if you hold down the teleport button when you dive, you immediately stand back up and, well, as I said, you don't want to use yourself as a projectile, you want to use the bubble. If you stand back up, your body becomes, well, mashed potato along with the Commander. Well, I hope you enjoyed this next montage, because it's gonna be you and me murdering both chargers and impalers. Well, mostly chargers, I'm still trying to figure out impalers. Right, now listen up. The same logic applies here with what I taught you regarding the Stalker's familiar. You have to teleport next to them. Now, the thing is, you can die rather easily if you're trying to go for the front leg. And if it's a behemoth charger that you try to strip the armor off, it's gonna be even harder. So while testing, I have figured out a rather reliable and consistent method. All you have to do is look underneath the charger's belly, and see that little point over there? Right, now teleport and you appear behind him. Now you're probably wondering, how the fuck did I warp into his leg and not die and also, you know, do some damage to his leg armor? Now the most important aspect of how you teleport behind the charger's leg is either you aim underneath his stomach, and you want to be aiming at the ground mainly. Just observe how I do it in this clip and the multiple other ones I'll show you afterwards. I'm always looking at the ground and near the charger, and whenever he approaches me or I think it's the right time to teleport, I'm looking at the ground and, you know, teleporting, and it lands me perfectly right behind them. Just go in game and give it a shot if you do have the warp pack. It's kind of hard to explain how to do it, but just try and kind of follow what I do and you'll figure it out on your own eventually. Just make sure you're aiming kinda to the far right or far left, depending which leg you're going for. What I've shown you isn't completely foolproof. You can die, as seen in this clip. You see me confident and all running towards them and, you know, hitting that teleport button, thinking that I have, you know, positioned myself quite perfectly, only to not be there anymore. Just go do one of the Illuminate charger missions at level 3 medium. You'll find them hopefully pretty easily. They're quite annoying for me to find when I want to do them. You'll die a couple of times, you might be frustrated, but eventually you will understand how to do it. And this becomes even better when you pair with some support weapons. A couple of weapons you could use to strip away charger armor would be something like the sniper rifle, the laser cannon you saw from before. You could also use the spear gun. You could also use the rail gun, but I'm not really good with it. I'm sorry for reusing old footage, but I could not find a more perfect example. What you need to know is that it at least takes 3 warps to remove a behemoth charger's leg armor completely. So you can only imagine if you were to use the warp pack to try and murder a normal charger, he will die very fucking quickly. Right, you and I need to chat about impalers for like a whole minute. Now, trying to find an impaler with the warp pack is like trying to use the blowtorch to open up a hole in a tiger tank. You can already imagine where this fight might go if you were to try to, I don't know, open a hole in a tiger tank. First, let me give you some good news. You can kill the impaler if he has his tentacles down by warping, you know, into his face quite literally about 5 times. Now, you could try and strip away the leg armor off the impaler, much like how you would do with any charger. Now, I do not know if I have genuine skill issue or there's some weird fuckery going on whenever you try and warp into an impaler. The only thing I can say is that you cannot consistently warp to an impaler and kill it by warping, really. And even if you did manage to kill the impaler by warping or stripping away his leg armor, you most likely died in the process. Just take the lessons you learned from, you know, stripping away leg armor from the chargers and maybe try practicing with the impaler. You'll figure something out that I haven't. Me personally, I've just learned not to fuck with these bastards with the warp pack. Right, let's move on to the automatons. And don't worry, I don't have a montage this time. There's only 2 heavies that you can realistically kill with the warp pack. The first one would be the Strider. He's as simple as 1 warp. All you need to do is teleport next to his legs and he's dead. Just make sure you don't somehow magically teleport into his rockets. I don't have footage of that, but I imagine that if you did, you wouldn't be there anymore. As for the Hulks, they take 2 warps to kill. The only reason is because they only have 1,800 health as their main health. And the warp pack does about 1,000 to 999 damage. So it doesn't matter where you warped into them, just hit their sides, hit their back, hit their face, whatever you do, just make sure you hit them 2 times with the warp pack. We can also make this drastically easier by bringing support weapons like the laser cannon, the sniper, and, you know, anything that can pen heavy armor. With that, I got nothing much to tell you. Let's move on to the Illuminate front, where there's only really 1 heavy you can kill the warp pack with. Right, honestly, there's nothing much I can say on the Illuminate front. Here's the flesh mob, you teleport next to one of his leg, and then teleport to the same leg again, and then he dies. Despite the fact that he has 6,000 health, somehow the warp pack is capable of doing this. Why? I have no idea. You pair this ability with, I don't know, something like the Eruptor, the Stalwart, any other weapon you have in mind, and you'll kill this bastard faster than you think. Now, what you're seeing in the background is just a culmination of all the other clips I can really make use of. I first want to say, congratulations Helldiver, you have learned the way of the warp. Teach your other fellow Helldivers with this video if you would like to, or teach them yourselves. I thank you for watching this video, and honestly, if you have any ideas, put them in the comment section. Other than that, I will see you another time fellow Helldivers. Until then.